Hey YouTube, Phil here. I'm your teacher for the day. Welcome back to Playground Sessions YouTube channel. Today I've got a super exciting song to be teaching you. This one's by one of Quincy Jones's artists named Eli Teplin. If you don't know about Eli, you got to check him out. He's got an amazing voice. He's a really great composer, songwriter. He plays the piano and sings, and we're excited to have him as part of our interactive app. We've got his real vocals in the backing tracks, so you can play his music right behind his real voice. It's pretty awesome, and it's the first of its kind here in our interactive app. We're going to start doing this more and more, but we're excited to launch this with Eli Teplin. So let's get into it. We're going to be looking at his brand new song called Writing on the Wall, and we're going to look at the advanced level arrangement. This is exactly what Eli's playing on the recording. No melody in the arrangement, it's just the piano part. And again, you'll hear his vocal melody in the backing track. The section we're going to be looking at today sounds like this. 1, 2,
Just
set,
give me
go.
something to keep me from falling. Give me a reason to keep holding on. Let me believe that this isn't for nothing, and I'll be fine. I had a real bad dream last night.
Yes, all right. There's 100%. And by the end of this lesson, you guys will have the tools you need to get 100% in your own app as well. Wasn't that fun hearing his voice in there? He's got such a great voice. I'm like addicted to playing this song. I've been playing it a bunch, and I hope you guys will do the same. Check it out in the app. And remember, we're doing a free trial right now. For 30 days, you can try the app like a full paid member can, but with no payment up front, no strings attached. Cancel any time in that 30-day period, and you won't get charged. You can try out the app with that free trial by tapping this card above. But enough of that, let's get into it. I'm going to show you guys the right hand first. Here we go. The key signature here is a pretty hefty one. If we look up at the notation, we can see there's 5 flats in the key signature. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. Guys, that's literally all of the black notes on the piano. And that tells us we're in the key of D flat major. All of the flats plus F and C. Okay, so we're in the key of D flat major, and our time signature is 4/4, 4 beats per measure. Okay? So, as I mentioned up front, we're not playing the melody of the song in the right hand like we traditionally do in our arrangements. Instead, we're playing the actual piano part. And what Eli plays in this section are block chords that both hands play half of, right? So these are 2-hand voicings for full chords. So the right hand is playing the top half of the chords, and we see a lot of this in this section. We see a lot of a D flat fifth. The left hand chords change underneath this. We'll get to the left hand later, but you notice the right hand stayed the same through all of those. So let's take a look at the notation. The first measure, we see that D flat and A flat for a whole note, whole measure. Next measure, same thing. Again in the next measure, and we're tying it over to a half note in the following measure. And then we're going to play the remainder of that measure, another half note. Okay, good. Next line down, same thing. Whole note, another whole note tied to a whole note. Okay? So the first half of this section, we've already got it down. Let's keep looking. Third line down now. We start the same way, D flat fifth. Then we're moving up. We have an E flat and an A natural. And then we're going to open this position up a little bit to play D flat and B flat. Next measure, same chord. Now we move into the final phrase. We've got half notes in a really cool pattern. The first one looks like this. And you can play it with these or this. Here we're saying 5/4/3, and we're going to keep this top A flat the same as we move through the next couple of chords. So the first one is this, then we move to a D flat triad, but we're playing it with 5, 4, and 2 because we're continuing to slide down with these bottom notes. Look down now to the next measure. We've got an A flat triad in first inversion. We're continuing to move down. Isn't that a nice pattern? Again, that goes boom, 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 I love that. All right, next measure, we see a new rhythm, dotted quarter note, and we're going to open up. This is an A flat fifth with an octave. And then we just play that for 1.5 beats. So this is kind of syncopated now. We're going to go 1 and 2 and. That's our final chord. And this is the same one that came before this. All right, so one more time from measure 46 here written in the notation. When we go to half notes, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and we tie it over. And then we have a final measure of rest. And that's it. So why don't I cue up the backing track, but we'll do it at the slow speed first. And what's really cool, guys, is even at the slow tempo, the backing track is still there. You still got Eli's vocals, even though we're slowing it down. So this is pretty cool. Check it out. You guys ready? 1, 2, set, go.
Something to keep me from falling.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Tie it, look ahead.
Let me believe that
now let's move.
this isn't for nothing.
Here we go.
I'll be fine.
1 and 2 and.
I had a real bad dream last night.
Okay, great job. So there we have it at the slow speed. Now let's go ahead and kick it up to full gear. Let's go to full tempo. 1, 2, set, go.
Something to keep me from falling. Give me a reason to keep holding on. Let me believe that this isn't for nothing, and I'll be fine. I had a real bad dream last night.
Yes, all right, we got 100% for the right hand. Now we'll complete those chords we just learned by adding the lower half in the left hand. And this is going to get a little more interesting now because the right hand top voicing stayed the same throughout most of those measures, but the left hand changes more often. So let's dig into it, shall we? The great news about playing block chords with both hands is throughout this section, the rhythms are exactly the same. The rhythms we just learned for the right hand chords are the same rhythms for this left hand part. In other words, the hands are always playing at the same time. So we've got new notes, but the rhythms should be familiar. Our first chord is D flat fifth, and that's exactly what the right hand played an octave higher. So those guys are going to play together. But then the chords change. So the next measure we go to a D flat over F, we're going to drop down. Then to a G flat fifth. Okay, next half note we see is A flat fifth. We're going to do that with our 2 and 5 fingers because the following chord, the next line down, is this. And we'll do that with 1 and 4. B flat minor, and that's a B flat fifth in this voicing. Okay, next measure we go back to that D flat over F and back to that G flat. All right, next up, third line down, measure 42. D flat over A flat. Then we're going to keep that F on top the same, but we're going to move our bottom note up a half step to A natural. This isn't like an F chord. Then we're going to keep moving that bottom note up to a B flat. And then we move up to an E flat 7. We're just going to play an E flat third with our 1 and 2 fingers. And here comes that part now where we're all playing half notes. And it goes like this. D flat over F, G flat, A flat, B flat. Does that look familiar? Then we'll end it with D flat over F and back to one more G flat. So there's some repeated material throughout here which makes for a great theme, great progression. We see a lot of this D flat over F to G flat major. We also see some of this A flat fifth to B flat fifth. And there's some nice walking up chromatic motion here from measure 42. That's beautiful, right? All right, so I think we're ready to try this now, and let's do it at the half speed first. It's not technically half speed, but it's a medium speed. Let's do that now. 1, 2, set, go.
Something to keep me from falling.
Shift up.
Give me a reason to keep holding on. Let me believe that this isn't for nothing, and I'll be fine. I had a real bad dream last night.
Excellent. All right, so there's the left hand at the slow speed. Again, please pause and rewind and play back as many times as you need to feel comfortable at that speed. But when you're ready, let's now do the left hand at full tempo. 1, 2, set,
Give me
go.
something to keep me from falling. Give me a reason to keep holding on. Let me believe that this isn't for nothing, and I'll be fine. I had a real bad dream last night.
Yes, all right, guys, we got the right hand down, and now we have the left hand at 100% as well. I think we're ready to put these chords together and complete this full two-hand voicing progression. It's beautiful once we put it all together. And I also want to say that there's a lot of other great sections to this song too. The verse is beautiful as well. We've got a really interesting bridge that changes keys, and then we arrive back at the original key for an amazing kind of final chorus. And the production is beautiful too. The drums drop out and you get some kind of classical guitar going for a second. I hope you can also hear the strings and the orchestration in the backing track for this chorus that we've been working on. It's just a song that is worth digging deep into. In fact, let's listen to a little bit of the verse real quick, just to get you excited about what that part has to offer.
I see the writing on the wall. It's just a bunch of question marks to questions with no answers. And I've been bracing for the fall to protect my fragile spirit. I don't let anybody near it, but I still have this.
You see what I'm saying? This is a great song and I love playing it. That piano part looks really complicated, but once you dig into it in the interactive app, you'll see that it's very accessible. But if it is still too hard for your difficulty level, we've also broken down this song into an intermediate level and a beginner level. So no matter what skill level you're at today, you can access this song and you can get a little piece of what Eli Teplin has written for us. It's a beautiful song at any level, and even at the beginner level, you can play behind his real vocals. So you got to check it out, and don't forget to take advantage of that free trial. Tap this card above that says, "What are you waiting for?" and open that in a new tab so you can dive right into his song, "Writing on the Wall," in the app when we're done with this video. Speaking of done with this video, we are close to the home stretch. We're going to put these hands together now. We're going to start slowly, then we'll work on speeding it up to full tempo. And then you've got the chorus. All right, let's get into it. 1, 2, set,
Give me
go.
something to keep me from falling. Give me a reason to keep holding on. Let me believe that this isn't for nothing, and I'll be fine. I had a real bad dream last night.
All right, there we have it. Hands together at the slow speed. We're almost there. So when you're ready, let's try it now. Full speed. Writing on the Wall, the advanced level, and this is the chorus, by Eli Teplin. Here we go. 1, 2,
Give me
set, go.
something to keep me from falling. Give me a reason to keep holding on. Let me believe that this isn't for nothing, and I'll be fine. I had a real bad dream last night.
Yes, all right. Man, that was fun. Eli, if you're watching and you're digging this tutorial, give me a thumbs up. Everybody else, if you're liking what you're seeing here and you're learning along with Playground Sessions YouTube channel, hit us with a comment below. Tell us what you like about what we're doing. If you're not digging it, that's okay too. Tell us what you don't like. I'm always open for a conversation. Thanks again for watching. I'm Phil, and it's been a blast teaching you guys. I'll see you for the next video lesson. The features you saw on screen today can be at your fingertips with the Playground Sessions app. Co-created by music legend Quincy Jones, Playground teaches the piano with interactive feedback and gaming features, all while using your favorite songs. Alright guys, I'm Phil. Hit subscribe so I can see you for the next video.